Um, Welcome to one of the most uninteresting streams you'll probably see all year. I am attempting to make the transition from Blender 2.78C to Blender 3.4.1. That is the most recent version, and the previous version I was using is the vertex shading Banjo-related plugin-enabled version of Blender. Because of things like decomp, potential FAST64 integration, potential usage with other games and mods, and potential, I don't know, just usage of new Blender to do new and better things for my mods. That's why I'm trying to give this a shot. Yeah, I don't really even use that plugin nowadays because I don't really import levels into Banjo-Kazooie, because really all I'm doing is modeling. So I think this will be a good thing to learn as I continue to do my C classes, my coding that I'm attempting to learn. Yeah. So, I have the Blender Guru here. I'll be skipping around. I don't think I'm going to be like listening word for word, because a lot of this stuff I already understand the concept of. It's just, how do I do it in Blender, in new Blender? So, I'm just going to get started. I'm going to have this music playing, but it'll be quieter, I think. Please let me know if the audio is weird or doesn't function correctly. Yeah, just gonna get started. Ooh, and I should probably have old Blender on and available, just so I can do some compare contrast should I need it.
This big window that you can see right here opened up, this is called the 3D viewport, and it's where you'll spend probably 90% of your time, because everything you need to visualize, whether it's an animation or an arc-viz or anything like that, it all happens right here. So by default, you can see you get three objects. You've got a cube, you've got what looks like a ball on a piece of string, that's a lamp, and then you've got a camera, this little, what do you call that? Like a triangle arrow looking thing. That's a camera, okay? And then if you were to render this by going to render image, or hitting the hotkey F12, it would take a snapshot from that camera view, okay? And although this looks very similar to what you were just looking at, this one actually has lighting information, okay? You got shadow, you got some light coming off the top here, and if you had textures or material,
I don't think I need to know all this.
It would all be calculated, okay? So if you've already used other 3D software, you're already familiar with the concept, but this is one of the basic principles of 3D rendering. What you build in the 3D viewport is sort of like a simplified version of what it is you're trying to create. And then when you're ready for that final image, you hit render, and then it uses your CPU or your GPU to crunch all the numbers and calculate the light and the bounces and everything like that to create that final beautiful image. So that's the basics. All right, but you might notice, like, okay, well, all right, can we move this thing? How do we even do something basic like move it? There's two ways you could do it.
You know, before I even listen to this tutorial, why don't I just try to do stuff here? Like in normal... Oh, see, that's different. I'm doing a left click right now, versus this, I had to do a right click to select something. Right click, this is now reversed. Oof. Okay. I was going to try to just move it. Moving stuff in other Blender, you just did G. There it is, yeah, G. Cool. Tab switches to edit mode, like I wanted. Oh yeah, click. Woo! Oh wow, okay. Extrude region, insert faces. Okay. Loop, cut. Cut mesh, and slide into it? What did it say? And slide it, not into it. The knife tool, poly build. Spin, extrude, stop. Extrude selected vertices in a circle around the cursor in indicated viewport. Hold shift. Okay, you can select more than one with shift. This is pretty good so far. You know what? Because I'm streaming this, I should find out... What is it called? The keys. Stream keys or something. Screencast keys. Let's see if that's available for newer... New Blender. I don't know. I guess it was only made for 2.7. I might be wrong. How about this? Blender 3.4. Show keys. Show keyboard keys. I'm not seeing something right away, so we'll just have to learn to live with it for this. Okay, get that out of there. Ah, right click. Right click. Can I do shift tab to the trend? Yeah, okay. Let's do, whoa. Okay, this is all the same so far. As it should be. It's not supposed to be completely different. That's good. It's good. I'm trying to figure out... Oh! Holding control and then tab gives me this little... Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay. Because before it was just you hit tab to switch between, I think, the most recent two. If you do control tab, I wonder if you could do that here. Edit in object mode. Control tab. It would switch, but not this fancy new wheel. That is nice. Cool. Great. Learning so much already. Let's see. Don't stop doing that. I'm trying to figure out how to... Okay, in edit mode... See, control tab would give me this menu option where I could switch to vertice, edge, or vertex, edge, or face. I'm trying to find out how to do that here. It's not that control tab anymore. Alt tab? Whoop! That wasn't it. Shift click for... yeah, I get that. This is weird to do it with the left click. Seems off. E is still extrude. That's not shocking, really. What is this? You could do this before, right? I think with B? Yeah. Okay. This is just to move? Why would I do this instead of G? Is it because I get... Oh. I need an explanation as to what the little squares do. I get this. This goes along the axis, but this? I guess it just keeps it on that plane. Same with this. Yeah, I think I get it. Like, this is keeping it on this green, whichever letter axis it is. Yeah. All right, that checks out. Sure. Rotate. Sure. Where are my little numbers? Up there. Okay, top left. So I did 56. Cool. Great. Scale. I mean, this is all pretty standard. Maybe it's because I'm never in the default view. I'm always in the UV mapping mode. I guess they have it here. Well, not really. There's scale. Did I do scale? Something like that. Oh. Daniel, thank you for the subscription. This is an absolutely horrible thing that you're doing for me, because like instead of working on Banjo, I'm doing this, which is related to Banjo actually. Actually, I think this is a pretty great thing that I'm doing. So this might actually be appropriate. Like I'm putting in the effort to learn this next step that will help this project and potentially other cool things. So appreciate it. Thank you. I hope things have been well for you. I don't know when the last time we chatted was, but this C class that I'm taking is actually going to there are so many things that are not appropriate to say, but it's been very difficult and I can't wait until it's over. And I can't believe that people go through this and learn something and learn things that are much more advanced. Okay, but yes, I hope you're doing well. Transform. I think transform kind of gives you everything. Supports any combination of grab, rotate, scale. Yeah, there you go. This is interesting. Annotate. What is this? That's weird. Is this not part of the level model? Like I make a model and I say, ooh, this is a great one. Circle. I don't understand what annotate is going to be for. Have you learned a lot? I mean, I feel like I've learned too much for my brain to handle. But then you look at someone more experienced and they say, I'm sorry, but this is beginner basic stuff. And it is beginner basic stuff, but it's a lot for me. And I keep saying this, and I'm sure people are very annoyed of hearing this, but it's just my brain has such a hard time understanding these concepts that I truly don't think, not everyone, but many of the people who are in this field, who have interest in pursuing a degree of this kind, I think a lot of them have a different functioning brain that it meshes better. It's not easy for them, but it makes sense. It makes sense faster and it clicks better. I think those are all assumptions, because I feel like such an idiot when it's lab or assignment time and I open it up and it is a different language. It is a different language completely. I don't know what annotate does. Make annotations on the active data. Measure. Oh, this is interesting. Measure distances and angles. Left mouse anywhere for a new measurement. Drag ruler segment to measure an angle. X to remove the active ruler. Control while dragging to snap. Shift while dragging to measure surface thickness. That's very interesting to me. I wonder if there's probably... all of these tools probably existed. I never looked into them. we'll put that away for now. Okay, I kind of don't like that. There we go. Then I don't like this white. I'm clearly thinking about the correct things here. Okay. Measure. Ooh. Can I attach to a vertice maybe? Yeah. That's a really handy tool. This is especially handy because, you know, you want to know exactly when, like, let's say Banjo does a backflip. Can he reach the next ledge? Is it, can he reach it, but will the character kind of clip over the edge? Like, it works, but it doesn't animate properly because your character, it, like, registers as yes, they can go, but it moves them there. That happens sometimes in, like, for example, the Zelda mod that I was playing yesterday, the Sealed Palace. Great so far, loving it. But there are a couple of like jumps where you jump and your character kind of almost like there's a little mini warp because it registers as yes, you can grab on, but like the height animation, it didn't quite click. So this is good to know, to have like that official ruling. This is good. This is great. What about like shift? They said something about shift. It's on the surface of this right here. Whereas if I did this, it goes everywhere. If I do shift, it stays on the surface. I don't know why that moved. Very interesting. Also interesting that if I do Control Z, it completely vanishes. I think you were right. In my major, many people dropped off while some people sailed forward with no care. Ah! That's right. I think that's why this initial first class they don't hold your hand completely. They really kind of throw you into the wild. Obviously teach you different concepts and things you need to know, but they really force you to learn things on your own and to really try to grasp some of these concepts that like they're just going to be difficult for you. So it's a very easy it's not an easy thing. It's a good way at determining whether this is the path forward for you. I mean, you don't want to take 3 easy computer science classes and then get to the 4th one and realize this is not for me. You want to realize that in class 1. Oh, you dropped out as well. Oh. Was that must have been recent then. We were just discussing some of the classes and all that. I'm sorry to hear that. Or I'm happy to hear that. Because that could have been a very positive change for you as well. Ooh, add cube, add cone, add cylinder, and sphere. All right. Interesting. That's a cool tool, actually. Huh. Brett in a box, thank you. Well, now it's 2 cubes. Or it's 1 singular. You know, just forget it. Yeah, thanks. I'm a pro. This is so interesting. The problem here is that, you know, old Blender could have had all these features, and I'm just completely oblivious to them because I sat in my little corner, put up a few walls, and didn't explore any of the other features. In fact, I should probably be in that mode. I would always go to UV mapping mode and then just do everything from here. I don't know. So I'm not sure if I'm like getting excited about features that have been present for a while or what. I don't know. But that's cool. I like this. Add a cone? Ooh. Oh, wait. So there's probably a way to specify how many sides. Where would that be? Right there. How do I change it? When do I change it? No, I think you have to do that early. Oh, you have to do it beforehand. There we go. Hey, that's a great tool to have. Add cylinder. Let's remove that. 32 each. Let's do 6. Oh, go up. Cool. Yeah, the recent classes were really bad, so I had to just do something else. Wasn't working out. You feel fine about it. Are you planning to return to these classes later, or is this kind of like that was the last straw? I can't keep doing this. My study blah 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 blah. My study discipline wasn't there as well, so gotta go work on that if I want to study again. Much to learn. When is your next opportunity to kind of continue classes? Would you do something like summer courses? Would you do a return in the fall? How long has it been since you used Blender? Oh, like a week ago. And what have you used instead? No, I've only done Blender. This is what I was working on most recently. My little observatory, floating island observatory. Ignore that. That was last stream when I didn't know what to do, so I just made that. Yeah, I'm going to be removing these windows. I don't like them. I don't like whatever that is as well. At least intermediate. Ooh, I'm at least intermediate. You love to hear it. I wouldn't consider myself beginner. I'd go at least a little bit above beginner, but not too much. Why did that take so long to load? Anyway, I made this room before that, the inside, and I was pretty proud of it. I know it's simple, but some of the textures will change here, but I was pretty happy with how these stairs turned out. I don't know. I like it. I have to study something else. Programming didn't click for me. Like for you. Okay, so this doesn't look good for me. No, I think that's good. I like that you are staying somewhat the course. You're just finding that angle or direction that fits you better. Better to do that than to go through with what you were doing before. And, maybe even finish it all, but be unhappy with that direction. You know what? I recognize this music. I think this is Chrono Cross. I think this is Chrono Cross because I just started playing it on Switch, and this is like the main battle theme, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why I got excited. It's nice so far. Played like 2 hours. Stop doing that. I have to stop playing with this. Anyway, these are all cool tools. Great. Love to have it. Love to see it. Nobody finds the right plan the first time. Gotta break some eggs. I would agree with that. Yeah. And I do think if you got this far, you are in like that. You're like in the right. Like you're going down a 4-lane road. You're going in the right direction. You just need to switch lanes. You're not in the right lane. Somewhere on that road. Mentally more on the creative side. Programming feels too logical somewhat. I'm not going to try to pretend like I know what's what with programming, creative. I'm not going to go there. This is just extrude. This is pretty simple. Also, I didn't realize I could the little arrow meant expand. So let's go back really quick. Scale cage. I don't know what that means. Interesting. Scale resize selected items. So what if I had the whole thing selected? This is intriguing. I can see what's happening, but I can't explain it. I don't know if I can utilize this correctly. I'm not sure. Try gesture drawing. It's probably a very opposite process. Drawing feelings and movement, lots of flowiness. I don't know what any of that meant. And I don't even know if that was meant for Daniel or for me. If it was meant for Blender, then I have no idea. If it was meant for programming courses, or like the course direction change, I'm gonna not say anything else. Programming is logical, a bit like math. Exactly. And I swore off math a long time ago. So it's been very problematic that it's come up so readily in these programming courses, or lessons, or whatever you call them. Whatever you want to call them. Okay. I'm trying to figure out if an eraser. So annotating, I think it's just, I'm not paying attention to all the stuff that's up here, by the way. I think it's just notes for you to write whatever you want. And it doesn't actually show up in your model, probably. Mentally lost at the moment, just unsure what's happening for me as of now. I think that's normal. I think that's a reasonable reaction to putting a stop to something that's been a pretty important part of your life. The only thing I can really say to that is I hope that you figure out what it is you want to do, but I do think it's an appropriate reaction to have. So I don't think you should feel bad about that. If you do. I don't know if you do. I don't know what I'm doing here. Hold on. We're going to come back to extrude later, but this is what? Insert faces. Insert faces into selected faces. How do I do that? Do I need another face or something? Oh. You bring it in. You can't extend it out. I got it. Interesting. I don't want to click these constantly. G. Uh-oh. I pressed W. Where's my menu? How do I pull this menu up? I wanted to remove doubles. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. Here's a bunch of stuff. Whatever. Hi Brett. Hello, welcome. I don't always do tutorials on Blender, but I'm usually this is what my Saturday uh, Blender banjo stream is. It's working on stuff like this, not this usually. I'm fine for now, at least. But yeah, I said that because you asked if I had a plan, and not really. Okay, I think that's fine. Because sometimes they suddenly have a realization what they want to do, and then stop so they can pursue that. You just know that you don't want to do that, and you're gonna spend the next, your next, however long, um, trying to figure that out. Yeah, I'm trying to switch from Blender 2.78, which was something that was required for me to use for a specific plugin, which is missing. It might be that. And that's still the case, but there are some cool things coming up that may mean I don't have to stick with this. So I'm trying to learn how to use this before all that happens. Cool. I would like my box back. My single cube. Let's go back to this extrude. Extrude manifold. Extrude dissolve edges whose faces form a flat surface and intersect new edges. Huh? Oh. Would I want that? Oh, I haven't figured this out either. How to, on the fly, keyboard shortcut, switch from vertice, edge, and select mode, or face. How did you yourself find out what path you wanted for yourself, if I may ask? Woo! I found mine pretty early, so I'm not a very good... Okay, Control T still does triangle. Okay, that's good. I found that out pretty early. Because I turned it into a hobby when I was younger, when I was still in junior high, actually, I think. I don't think I was in high school yet. That's when I created my website. That's when I started to write content, do like the web stuff, but mainly like it was the writing that I really enjoyed. That's just something that continued through high school and continued into college, and because of that, I was able to get contacts and freelancing work with places that I did want to eventually work at, and so it just never ended, and it just kept developing to the point where I'm at now. So you already know an older Blender and you use it for work. No, I don't use it for work. Not like a paid job, but for working on my banjo mod, which looks like this. I think you can still hear me. You should be able to still hear me, but it's making models for this. This is a pretty old video. I'm not going to say that the models look better, but this is an idea of what I've done so far. Yeah. Cody Buckster. 20k3. Have I heard about the Banjo-Kazooie, the Corrupted Jiggies? It's a ROM have coming soon this year, end of March. End of March? I'm not sure. Oh, Brent in a box. Thank you for the follow. I'm not sure where you came from, but I hope you enjoyed Banjo, because that's what this is usually about. At least these Saturday streams. Thank you for the follow. Enjoyed the Sarah song. I say Sarah, from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I am aware of the Corrupted Jiggy. I don't recall it. It's supposed to come out in March, but yes, I am aware of it. Yeah, I would say I'm very lucky in that I kind of figured that out. I will say though that it's not like that could have been my only passion. There could have been a million things that I would have been really into or would have wanted to pursue. That just happened to be that the one that kind of stuck early on, and I never tried anything else. So there could be something out there that I love even more. But that's just kind of the one that I stuck with and never tried anything else with. All right, what does this do? Along normals. So if I did this and then this, what would happen? I'm not quite sure I understand what that means. A normal is just like a face, right? A face that the normal face of a face. Oh, yeah, okay, you're looking for Blender streams. I don't know if this is helping you in any regard, but this seems really basic. Probably isn't helping you. And I love that I was going to watch this tutorial, but I think I understand a lot of this. I don't need to... Like, I understand how to do snapping. I can rotate, I can do all that. Maybe later on, when I need something. Cody, are you getting that from like the Banjo's Backpack Discord? Because I mean, you probably have better intel than me. I don't know what I'm doing here. Tetris. Yeah, I can't remember the exact thing, but yeah, I see like the showcase page, channel updates and all that. Brett, I'd love to know at what point you're at in Blender, and also why are you doing this? Why are you learning Blender? Is it for work? Is it for fun? For me, it's all for fun, so it's not like a serious thing. But for you, it might be. Oh, this is weird. Extrude to wherever the cursor's at. Oh, this is funky. Okay, so if I did something like... Alright, that's still 7. Heart. Oh, that's not... Let's do this. Click. No. How do I deselect? Oh, W? And then... Shift spacebar? Ooh. So control spacebar probably does something too. Okay, tab spacebar. I never used this. I don't know. Yeah, Daniel, thank you for stopping by. And yeah, of course, if you ever wanted to chat more about that, or if you have questions about career changes or potential like study changes, you're more than welcome to reach out. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure when you stop by. I do know a pretty wicked tutorial that helped me. Ooh, I want to make cool stuff, specifically make prop models from games and movies I like. Yeah, if you want to share the tutorial, that'd be... I don't know if I'm going to actually look at it here on stream, but could be interesting to check out. I can't wait to play the Corrupted Jikis because I've seen some of the levels. They look similar to the ones from Banjo-Kazooie and the ones from Tooie. He did a really good job at bringing some of those themes and expanding upon them. I think he's improved a lot over the years as well. I don't know about that. With like the texture work and the vertex shading and all that. So I'm excited. I am excited as well. Anyway, I wanted to check this. Click this. do that heart again. Okay, there we go. This could be an interesting tool to use as well. This is a great tool, actually. Whenever I make a path, I always do it manually, but if I just did... Alright, W, click that, you know, did this thing. Well, that's not great, actually. Now there's this... No, that's not very good. I would have to... Okay, maybe not. This doesn't feel great. You can find it by searching Fast Track Blender. It's a 3-part sword in the stone scene. Whoa. Fast Track. What? Fast Track Blender. I don't know why I'm all caps. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Wait. New tab.
Sees the up and down, but blenders, it's the Z, the blue.
The biggest mistake most Blender beginners make is not learning the 3 most important objects first. This series will start you as a complete beginner, as if you have never used Blender 3D before. In part 1, we will build an easy to follow Minecraft project that will quickly help you feel less intimidated and more confident while working inside of Blender. In part 2, we will build a fantasy sword model as you continue to rapidly level up your Blender skills. I remember how is the second most important tool, which is our rotation tool, directly under our move tool. Our frame selected tool. To start, tricky, so be sure to keep your eyes on the video for this one, and then I'll do it twice and repeat it with you so it's a bit easier for you to follow of 2. So select the 1 value. Yeah, but now we have all of our pillars. Select view looks different. Why is that? Metallic, mystify this. Hide that folder, and then boom. Great, now we just need to duplicate this material so that we can have access to almost this exact process for what we just did.
Okay. Not watching this right now, but this is a good one to keep an eye on. Thank you for sharing that. 4 months ago. This is recent, too. Doing this so that... so there's some color. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm done playing with that. Bevel. Cut into selected items at an angle to create bevel or chamfer. I've never heard of chamfer. Okay, so what's the difference between this and insert faces? Cut into selected items. Insert new faces. Okay, so now if I try to move this around. Now if I did insert new faces. So it does the same thing. It might do something different based on the shape, potentially. Not sure. Okay, let's keep going. Loop cut. Cut mesh loop and slide it, not into it. It. Oh, okay. We've used this before, but in a different way. You would do Control R. So Control R. Yeah, here it is. Kind of unpredictable. I wonder if this is more predictable ever. Number of cuts. Ooh. Oh, whoa. Let's not do that. Actually. A knife tool I'm familiar with. Ah, and it still acts funky as I thought. You've already found reasons to go back and watch. They attempted to make a mace weapon when you got close. All right, that's awesome. Are you just learning and hoping that something like this sparks some interest in, I don't know, a potential project or a potential job, or like, what's your plan here? Or it's just, I'm interested in knowing how to do this. Sounds fun. Let me try. All I really want to make is models. Okay. Once they've reached the corrupted Jiggies, I think it might be console compatible as well. I don't even know how to... something I never put into consideration with my stuff. But I think now that I'm learning a little bit more about programming and just the different... like the bytes and the space and the memory, like it's just a little more something that's a little more conscious for me. All right, whatever. Go back. This is interesting. Extrude selected vertices in a circle around the cursor. That's such a strange thing. Whoa. That is wild. Let's do 3. This is interesting. Huh. I would not be able to use this often, I think. But it could have interesting... I don't know, this is really interesting. Wow. What a tool. And there's actually... Ooh. I didn't check these out. Okay, back, go back, go back, go back. We'll go there in a second. What is happening? Did I not select? Oh, why is this a circle? What did I do? What? This doesn't make sense to me. Let's just do 1. Oh, offset. Okay, so maybe if it's just a flat plane, it'd be easier to work with. And more sounds fun. I don't have any schooling or understanding how to be hireable to a studio. My long term is to make 3D models out of 2D concept drawings, specifically prop 3D modeling. Interesting. Wait, make 3D models out of 2D concept drawings. Oh, okay, yeah. It's pretty simple, actually. Specifically, prop 3D modeling. I do have a few years of basic drawing and fundamentals, but I'm not that good at it. Yeah, see, like, I don't know the world of, like, what's the first step? What's the first contract work or freelance type situation that you can find yourself in to kind of get your foot into doors for that? It's just a different world, but I mean, ultimately, studios or whoever else will hire you. They want people who know what they're doing, so that's going to be, at the end of all things, that'll be most important when they're trying to find someone to do things for them. Things like schooling is more of like a front-facing, like safety introduction. Like, oh, this person went to school, did these things. Let's take a deeper look. So, I think that's. I think it's an exciting idea. That's what I'm getting at here. Dallin Dealer, hello, welcome. Not the stream I expected people to show up to. I have to be honest. This is different. This is weird. Oh, what if I did that? Oh, no, I have no idea what this is. No, this doesn't make sense to me. That work? That worked. That did something. It's not good, but that tool that one I'm not sure about, actually. I've been told that schools help students get connections. I don't know otherwise. Yeah, that's a big part of it. And it's really good. Like you're learning all this stuff, like the actual how-to of making these models and working with them. What you're not getting as much is working with other people, learning to work in conjunction with other people and other roles. Even whatever tutorial you did, I'm assuming, you did everything. But in a studio or a, wherever place of hire, there will be other people who might be doing other tasks. So you have to know how to work with other humans. So that's a big plus with like creative type schooling, is that you are forced to do that there, and you learn quite a bit that way. What did I just do? What is this? Polybuild. Undocumented operator. That's a great sign. So it's like a extrude type of thing? I'm failing to see why I wouldn't just select that, go to extrude. Oh, no, extrude is different, actually. This can be very helpful as well, then. Huh. Because it's not moving, it's creating a new vertex. A vertex or whatever. Okay, let's do the spin thing. This is... Oh, right, we tried the spin thing. Spin duplicates. I don't know what that's about. Making a marker up in here. Dead Space. Just played that recently. Very good. Excellent remake. As far as I know, most studios use Maya for modeling, and if you go to school for 3D, you get Maya for free as a student. Nice perk. That's why I mentioned specifically what part I want to do in case I'm wrong. I'd understand the scope of responsibilities I might have as an employee. Okay, interesting. I'd reckon they'd appreciate people who already know how to use industry standard software. That's, yes, that is actually a big thing. So in the C class that I'm taking, Visual Studio, that's a very common one, obviously. And, free to use and everything. But you want to stick with that because a lot of employers that you're probably going to be seeking out will be using that as well. So that's a good point. So I don't know anything about other studios, but they may not be using Blender. They might be using something more money based. What is this? Smooth. Flatten angles of selected vertices. Flatten, I don't understand that. I don't really get it. Randomize. That could be potentially useful for something, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Edge slide. Maybe I should select an edge. Oh, but does that change it into its own? Yes, it does. Interesting. Edge slide. That's cool. Ooh, vertex slide. This is basically the G, I think. If you were to double tap G, you can do this. Go up and down. Cool. Let's change the angle. I watched a video about Blender being the standard. It told me that many studios use whatever as long as the files are compatible. Oh, okay, great. Blender's told as the jack of all trades 3D software. The graph editor is a gift from God. I have no idea. I don't use this. So how much of Blender is different from 2.8? Like a whole new program. Really, I think it's just the organization. And obviously there are new features, but it's just the structure of the way you use it. Like one of the biggest things I noticed right away was that, I don't know if you were here for it, but for me here, I have to right click. You right click. You always right click. Left click is moving the little cursor around it. It's always been like that. So coming into new Blender and having to flip that around, that's kind of weird. It's strange to me. Shrink, flatten. Some of these, I can't really tell what's actually being done. Shear. Huh? See, but it'd be good to know these things. That this could be potentially helpful. Then I could do G, go up, and like that. That could be useful for like a house. That right there. But I can easily do stuff like that elsewhere. Like if I'm not used to this. Edge. I would like it if they included this here, like the little, like that. This, I have it everywhere. I like that. But if I did G, Z, I could just do that normally, I guess. I don't know. Massive funding from some rich person, which fueled a lot of improvements. It definitely has a snazzier UI. Is it a better UI? That I don't know. People can share their thoughts. I have no idea. Ooh, rip region. So you pop that off. That's cool. That could be very useful, actually. Cannot rip selected faces. Is that because it needs to be surrounded by stuff? Alright, then how do I remove doubles? Let's see if this is the same. F. Yeah. Because my menu, I messed that up. Here, I press W, and I get my specials menu. How do I pull up a specials menu here? I do W, that's the cursor. I don't know. Anyway, let me test it. If I grab this and try to move it, look, everything's connected. I didn't have to remove any doubles. That's interesting. Okay, let me try this now. Rip region. Cannot rip selected faces. I wonder why. Rip edge. This is just moving it. I don't understand. Okay, I don't fully understand that. But I like this feature. Wait, it's not doing what it was doing before. Is it duplicating it? See, that's different. It like ripped off this part. When I do that here, oh, it does. It did the same thing. Alright. It makes sense to me, I guess. Cool. I looked at everything here, so I have an understanding of that. I never use any of this stuff here. Eventually, I'm gonna need a tutorial. Dang, it's almost midnight. Ooh, I don't. Great. I don't know if I'm gonna continue. It's midnight already. I know this is a short stream, but I might stop here potentially. I'm gonna look around a little bit. Modeling is what I was just doing. Sculpting, I don't know what sculpting is. UV editing is where I spend a lot of my time. Oh, using a brush. Pinch. This stuff is interesting. It will be here when you wake up. Unfortunately, that's true. Here, let's see. Where's my stuff? Let's open up. Where's the most recent thing I was working on? I made all these levels, so I've done quite a bit of work. Floating islands. Okay, you. Wow, everything's so different. How do I snap to grid? UV, No, not this. Ooh, a mirror option. See, a lot of this stuff could have been in the other version I was using. I just didn't realize. I'm looking for this option, essentially. Snap to pixels. That helps me a lot. Maybe they got rid of that because they have something better. Like... Whoa. Interesting. How... Alright, we're just gonna open this up fully. Viewport... Shading... No. I would like to see... Textures. Somehow. How does one view textures on this thing? That's what I'd like to know. Material preview. Holy, this is too much. Woo! This is where a tutorial is gonna need to happen. On the right panel, the red box. In the drop-down, there's a lot of stuff that people use to modify the object. The red box. This. Oh, this is too much for me. Is this the same thing that I'm doing here? Yeah, I'm gonna need like a full-on sit-down tutorial for this. This isn't working out for me. See, but I'm assuming that this little box here is not going to change what I see here. Like for old Blender, there is one of these right here, viewport shading, texture. So I have 6 options here, yet here there are only 4. Orange yellowish box. Transform, visibility, viewport display, texture, no, texture shape, space. Well, that's kind of nice. The name of the cube, I guess that's important. Display as textured. Did I not apply this correctly? Is that different here? In the middle, just has a single drop down. Oh. What? I don't know what we're talking about. Cube. Holy. Preview? No. Oh no, I'm starting to yawn. I think it's completely over. I think it might be over here. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm going to be using this tutorial. There was this nice little section on image textures, which I'll. What is this? I don't even want to entertain that right now. Shading tab. This might be too much. Like I have a very specific focus. I'm not looking for like animations. I'm not. Well, that's not true. I'm gonna watch this. I'll watch this. Potentially on stream, potentially separately. But this was a very good first start for some of the preliminary basic, like how to move stuff, how to use the main functions in the editing mode. A lot of stuff that I already knew how to do before, but now in this new format, in this new way. I'll go ahead and do a raid to maybe somebody else that's doing Blender, using the Blender tag. There's somebody here. Vibin' and chilling in the aesthetics. Art and gaming. Looks like they're creating a duck character. This is the place to go. This is where we're going. This person is much farther than I am, so this would be great. Okay, thanks for hanging out. I might continue doing tutorial stuff next week. Oh, I'm not here for 2 weeks. That's right. I will be gone. So when I come back, I might continue this, or I might go back to level modeling, or I might try to attempt level modeling within New Blender instead of a tutorial. Sometimes that's the best way to learn. Is just you kind of get thrown into it and you have to figure it out. Let me start that raid thing going. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out. Wow, Dirty Dan. Thank you, but also goodbye. I'm leaving. Oh wow. Okay. Thank you. Also goodbye. There's another raid happening. I'm gonna restart the raid so that people can go. Now I'm blushing. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for doing all this. Thank you for people who are following currently. I will be back, not next Saturday, maybe in 2 weeks, to continue doing banjo modeling type stuff. Thank you to everyone that hung out today. Dirty Dan for the follow or for the raid, and I don't know what's happening anymore. Did I start this raid thing? Everything's happening so fast. Oh, Spider Star. Hello, hi, yes, okay, cool. Welcome and goodbye. I hope you had a good stream. See you all later. Goodbye. This happened so fast. Goodbye.